Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Luna and we are going to be coming up with another simulator. This game is called Garden Simulator. I have had this game actually for a couple of years now. You can find this on Steam for I believe $14.99. And it is a full immerse simulator on decorating your yards, growing plants, selling them, harvesting. So this is a plant design harvest single player simulation game. You'll get your own allotment, you'll place deco elements and cultivate plants to harvest and sell. You'll get ready for a beautiful time in nature. Always remember, a garden is a delight to the eye and a solace for the soul. So get ready to get your green thumb ready. It has very positive developer Productive Keller Studios and publisher Sundust. Oh my goodness. So it does have a little bit of a storyline. I live in an apartment in a multi-story building in the center of a big city. During the past few months, I've been working from home. While that's been a very productive environment, it also took a toll on my well-being. So I decided to take things a little slower and take care of the family property out in the woods. Ever since my great aunt Ellie passed away many years ago, the house and garden have been unattended. My next move was simple. I decided to leave everything behind for a few days. I wanted to clean up the yard, mow the lawn, plant some seeds, and find out where things would go from here. Fast forward a few weeks, and that is the story of how I quit my high-paying IT job and became a garden owner in the woods. But let's start on the day of my arrival. So it does give you a little bit of a backstory of how you got this land, why you have this land, and now where you hope to find yourself during this time. So this game actually came out on Steam September 8th of 2022. Like I said, from the developers Productive Keller Studios and publisher Sundust. You can find it for $14.99 over on Steam. It is single player. It does have Steam achievements. And it does have family sharing, so that's really nice. I feel like this is a very casual, cozy player game that you can sit down to and relax, just chill with your friends or chill by yourself. It is categorized as casual and, of course, simulation. Like I said, I've had this game for a couple of years. My brother had actually gifted it to me, and I mean, it was right up my alley. I just hadn't touched it because I actually forgot that I had it. A lot of games came at me at one time and I was just playing everything. So here we are. You start off your yard. You got to start the cleaning. You automatically get a cat. I assume it was your aunt's cat, neighborhood cat, I guess you would say. So as you go through looking at the screen, your top left hand side is going to give you garden coins. So that's pretty much your money that you're going to be getting. As you throw things away, you'll get XP and you'll get those same garden coins. The next thing that it will tell you, it'll tell you how many weeds are in your yard and how many pieces of garbage are in your yard. So that kind of helps you out when you're trying to make sure everything is clean and everything's put together. You at least have a head count of what is going on. So up on your back porch, you have the back door. That's where you would end your day. You have your mailbox. This is where you'll find your tasks, where it's telling us we need a shovel, a watering can, and get 4 eggplants planted. So that's where you can easily have access to all the tasks that you'll have forward for you to get through starting of your garden. And there's also a little book up there where you'll get skill points and you'll be able to go through and spend them to level up yourself to make, the gardening a little bit easier. In the back, you have a little shed. The shed will hold decor items. It will hold seeds. It'll hold tools. It'll hold everything that won't be used in your menu bar, those 1 through 7 keys. Next to that is the computer. Online shop where you get to buy all your things. This is where you'll get to unlock items between decor, between items you'll need to actually use in your garden, seeds, of all the works that you'll need. Everything is right there. And as you see, when things get delivered, he hollers catch, and they literally go flying over your house, and voila, there they are. So as you're seeing, around the perimeter of the house, you started off with this kind of central option of housing, and as you earn the garden coins and level up, you'll earn space to unlock the entire perimeter of the house. So that's what those ropes and those signs are along the lines of the house there, that you will get time and money to unlock those areas, so you will have the entire grounds of the house to unlock. So as you can see right now, even the house is looking kind of rough. So when you go through, you can actually take all of those vines off, the boarding that's on the walls, all those can get thrown away to get your garden coins and some XP out of them. So you're not just, like, I kind of liked the vines hanging, but it is something that you can take off, and it probably does affect maybe some XP there by taking them off. But as you can see here, this is the skill book of all the things that you can work on leveling up. But as a whole, the game is really smooth, in my opinion. I will say this, when you're starting out, usually every type of simulation game I play, the start out is always the slowest, because you want all the things and you want to get there, and you're just limited on money. And then of course, the tasks that they're giving you are very slow, and so they want you to get used to it. So there are days that I go through and I get the things that I need to get done, and then I just go in the day. I might actually only be in the garden for maybe technically in game, maybe 2 hours. So the day stops at 6 in the evening, and it will tell you, hey, there's really, it's going to be getting dark soon. It doesn't actually get dark, but it will notify you on the game of the garden day is over, and the clock will just stop. Now, I think if you end up just staying out there for so long, it will auto just go to the next day. But there's times where I'll do like 4 or 5 things, and like I said, it's been 2 hours in game, and I'm like, well, I'm done. There's nothing else to do. I don't have the money to unlock the next spot of the land. So I just end the day. So I feel like we go through the days rather quickly. One, that'll help crops if there's crops that take multiple days to grow, which will be majority of them. But you'll get through quite a bit, I feel like, by doing that. And one thing I do need to look up, how to do the compost, because we do have the compost now, and I never knew how to actually take the compost out of it. I knew how to put it in, but it never really told me how to get it out. So next video I make, I'll try to make sure to definitely explain how to get that out. But one thing you're gonna notice here, I am recording this video because that was the plan. My plan was to fully record and talk while I'm playing it. I ended up muting everything. But the problem is that I didn't know I actually went live. So during this entire, the first 10-12 minutes, I'm live and I don't know it. My mic is off, the sound is off, because I usually do have the sound off in my OBS, because of most game music, no matter if they say if it's good or not, it's not good on YouTube. And so I didn't know for 10 minutes that I was actually live, and people were like in my chat talking to me. So it was a little funny. So eventually, when we get kind of close to that 10-minute mark, you'll see the scenes change, and I actually end up just start streaming since I'm already there, and I end up streaming for 2 hours. So we are gonna jump around a little bit in this video because I got a good 2-hour stream, but a lot of things that I wanted to talk about was now me interacting with chat, and so I've gone through and kind of sliced up a 2-hour video into roughly about 17-20 minutes for YouTube. I could have left the whole 2-hour stream, but I wasn't gonna come back and voice over an entire 2-hour stream. I figured that wasn't in the cards for me. But in a nutshell, we are here. We're still cleaning up the yard a little bit. Even with us not having a part of the yard unlocked, you can still reach some of that trash. So if there's trash within your reach, go ahead and grab that, and then you can just use that for your garden coins to try and get a little bit step ahead. because that's what I do. If I can reach it, I grab it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this away now, so it's benefiting me at this moment. But right now we have eggplants growing. That is something that is showing on our quest side. Our quest side is in the top right side. It's going to tell you all the quests that you've accepted, and what you have going on. As you can see in my hotkeys, my 1 through 7 keys, you start off with a little magnifying glass. Anytime you have that set, if you hover over a plant, hover over an item, it's going to give you information about it. So if I were to hover over a plant, it would tell me how many days it will take to harvest. It might tell you how much it sells for. I can't remember off the top of my head. But pretty much the magnifying glass is like you're viewing an item and you need some information on it, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then from there, you have your 2 through 7 keys. Your hand key should never really move. You can't take your hands off. But anything from 3 on up, anytime you have those in your hand, you can go back to the little shed that's over back behind the laptop, and you can store those items in your outside little garden shed. So I think that's really handy with all the things that we're capable of buying, and we can just put them in storage and we don't have to keep hold of them the entire time. So as we level up and get our money, you can go buy a lawnmower. Now, it starts off very basic. This is the tiny little mower that you have. It is very tedious to get all the grass, because when you get all the grass, you get yard clippings that you can throw away for XP. Oh, there's a little bag. You can throw away for XP and garden coins, or you can put this in your compost to get fertilizer. And that's what I was explaining to you about. I couldn't figure out how to get the fertilizer out of said compost. So that's something I'm going to have to look up, because I think even when I played it, when I originally had first gotten it, I could never figure out how to take out the compost. I never saw like an alert come up that would tell you how to take it out. Like most items, when you hover over it or it tells you in the game, push this button for this to happen. I didn't get that. I didn't get that with the compost, so we're gonna have to Google that. Unless someone knows, please tell me down in the comments. There is definitely something that I'm missing, but other than that, like I'm excited to actually upgrade the lawnmower, because this little thing takes forever, even when you don't think the space is that big, and you're just sitting there mowing, and I'm like, oh my god. But it does give you something to do during the time that you have all your plants planted and you're just trying to kill some time and maybe not just rush through the day. One thing I am looking forward to is the decorating of the garden. Even when I played it before, I didn't really get really far in decorating. Like I said, at the time I just had a lot of other games I was like running through, and I'm shocked that I actually didn't record any footage on me playing this game. When I was going through my games on Steam, I was like, wait, did I not ever record anything of this game? This is around the time I had gotten Bee Simulator, and I had recorded Bee Simulator, but I never did Garden Simulator. And so I was like, well, we're just better late than never, right? That's my energy. Better late than never. So here we are, and actually once I started playing the game, I realized, I was like, you know what? I like this game more than I thought. I knew I liked it. I thought I always had to just be in the mood for it, because it is honestly really basic. And it's kind of like Lawnmower Simulator. Actually, no. Lawnmower Simulator, I feel like was a little bit harder. But yeah, after playing it and coming back to it, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna see how far we can get and do this. So I'm excited that I've come back to it. Hopefully, this is a game that you haven't really seen, or if you have seen it, what have you liked about Garden Simulator? Why is it one of your go-tos? How far have you gotten? And those are some of the decor items. On the right-hand side, when you're going through the computer, it actually tells you what you need to unlock those items. So that's what I was looking at here. Some of them are very basic. Like it wants you to make 90 garden coins by selling like eggplants or primroses, some things that are very basic. One of them is it just wanted me to harvest like 10 bell peppers. So they're not hard things for you to get through and get done. It's just a matter of going through and looking to see what you're capable of doing and how quickly. I feel like starting out the game, you're probably not going to worry too much about decorating when you're starting out, because honestly, it's about just getting those garden coins as fast as you can so you can unlock the bigger areas of your house. So I try to just plant, and then when I need to go back, I'll just plant the grass seeds, and then I can worry about fully decorating. But this is me we're talking about. I kind of map out areas and decide, hey, I want this to look like this, and eventually we do start like decorating, and I'm like, you know what, it's gonna change. It's most likely gonna change, but this is me. I mean, that's what normally happens, and I just get used to it. Placing down the hedges and putting it around the porch ended up not working, so then I kind of moved them over to the area on the side of the house. That kind of is where I have all of 6 or 8, I think it's 8 of my eggplants planted. That's what I am pretty much using that solid area for. But yeah, I'm gonna play some more of Garden Simulator. I don't know if there will ever be a second one, which, I mean, some games just don't need a second. But like I said, it's only been out for a couple of years though too. It came out in 2022, and I'm still pleased with it. One thing I did notice is that you do level up rather quickly. But we're going to be coming towards the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoy this. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, hit that little bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. And let me know down in the comments what is something that you're enjoying, whether it be a simulation game, an RPG, you know, my category of games here. I love to try new things. I have a couple new games coming from devs and from Keymailer, so I love and appreciate that. That means the world to me. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, I am always all ears. I'll hear everything out, and then kind of look it over and decide from there, because I want to give you guys some of my best honest reviews, first looks, even if it's not a first look. Maybe it's a game we're going back to that's been out for a while, and we just need a fresh insight on it. But let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to come over and check out the lives. All of my links are down below, but have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are, and this is Lunagalaxy out.